Forget everything you know about the World Cup. The tournament we grew up watching is officially dead. On June 11th, football changes forever. We are getting 48 countries, 3 host nations, and a massive 104 matches packed into just 39 days. Some fans are calling it a shameless cash grab. Others say it's going to be the best football festival ever. But here is the real truth. Whether you love it or hate it, this new format is the biggest gamble in sports history.
In this video, we aren't looking at the PR hype. We are breaking down how this madness actually works. How do 3 massive countries share a single tournament without ruining it? How do you even qualify from a lopsided 12 group stage? And most importantly, we're going to show you why small teams don't exist anymore, and why the traditional football giants should be absolutely terrified. If you think your country has an easy ride to the trophy, think again. Let's get into it. Let's start with the hosts. For the first time ever, one country isn't running the show. The US, Canada, and Mexico are splitting the bill and sharing the stress. You might need a 6-hour flight just to get to your next group match. To stop teams from flying 3,000 miles every 3 days, FIFA divided the tournament into 3 zones: West, Central, and East. You stay in your zone for the group stage, but the moment the knockout rounds start, all those rules go out the window. Here is how it plays out. Mexico gets the massive opening match at the legendary Estadio Azteca. Canada gets their first ever home World Cup games in Toronto and Vancouver, and the US gets the absolute lion's share of the tournament, including the big final in New Jersey. It is a logistical nightmare. Players won't just be recovering in ice baths, they'll be fighting jet lag on airplanes. For the first time ever, crossing time zones is an actual tactical problem coaches have to solve.
Now, let's talk about the new setup, and I promise to keep the maths simple. In the old days, we had 8 groups. You finish in the top 2, you move on. You finish 3rd, you go home. Easy, right? Now we have 12 groups of 4 teams. The top 2 from every single group automatically advance. That gives us 24 teams. But to run a proper knockout bracket, we need 32. So where do the missing 8 teams come from? This is where it gets crazy. Because there are 12 groups, 12 different teams will finish in 3rd place. But FIFA only has room for 8 of them in the next round. This means all the 3rd place teams are thrown into one giant leaderboard. The 8 teams with the most points and the best goal difference get to survive. The 4 worst 3rd place teams are kicked out and sent straight to the airport. In plain English, finishing 3rd gives you a safety net, but it is not a guarantee. You can't just cruise through. If a giant team like Germany or Argentina messes up and finishes 3rd with only 2 points or a terrible goal difference, they are still going home. The downside? It completely changes the final day of the group stage. Teams won't just be playing the opponent in front of them, they'll be staring at iPads on the bench, doing frantic math to see if they are in the top 8 or the bottom 4. If you survive the groups, you don't go to the round of 16 anymore. You enter a brand new battlefield, the round of 32. This completely changes the physical demands of the tournament. To lift that trophy now, a country has to play 8 matches instead of 7. That might sound like just one extra game, but remember, these players are coming off brutal 50-game seasons in Europe. That 8th match is exactly where hamstrings snap, muscles tear, and tired mistakes happen. And the bracket is going to be pure chaos. Because of the 3rd place rule, coaches won't even know who they are playing. You could win your group on a Monday, but you have to sit around until Friday, waiting for every other group to finish, just to see which 3rd place team falls into your slot. You can't scout your opponent early. You can't plan ahead. You just have to be ready for anyone.
anywhere.
Now, let's bust the biggest myth on the internet right now. More teams means the World Cup will be full of garbage games. That is completely wrong. Modern football has changed. The gap is logistical analysis. Look at where the extra slots are going. Africa went from 5 teams to 9. Asia went from 4 teams to 8. These aren't filler teams. These squads are loaded with players competing in the Premier League, La Liga, and the Bundesliga, etc. Look at what Morocco did in 2022. That wasn't a fluke, it was a warning sign. When a giant country plays a smaller nation today, they aren't playing amateurs. They are playing against a highly disciplined, incredibly fit, high-pressing machine that has been studying their weaknesses on an iPad for 6 months. With 48 teams, the big nations have more miles to fly, more games to play, and way more chances to trip up. One slip-up in the round of 32 against a tactically perfect underdog, and a tournament favourite is heading to the airport.
Let's recap the madness. 3 hosts, 48 teams, 104 matches. 12 groups, the top 2 automatically advance. The 8 best third-place teams survive. The bottom 4 go home. A brand new round of 32 instead of the initial round 16. 39 days of pure chaos, ending in New Jersey.
So what is the final verdict? If you think the World Cup should be an exclusive, elite club for just the top 15 countries, then 48 teams is a disaster. It's too long, it's exhausting, and it prioritizes television money over player health. But if you believe football belongs to the entire world, this is a masterclass. It gives countries a seat at the table who have been dreaming of this moment for a century. It proves that world-class talent is everywhere now, not just in Europe and South America. The 2026 World Cup won't be won by the team with the biggest superstar. It will be won by the country with the deepest squad, the best travel logistics, and the strictest tactical discipline. It's going to be chaotic, it's going to be exhausting, but it's going to be absolute madness.
Are you ready for 104 matches? Let me know in the comments below. Is this new third-place rule a brilliant safety net, or is it ruining the quality of the tournament? Drop a comment, hit that like button, and make sure to subscribe to Baller IQ for more deep-dive football documentaries. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.